All right, everybody, welcome to Thunder Rosa. Thunder Rosa. Thunder Rosa.
36 seconds.
Oh, I don't know. This is old. Yeah, there you go. We had a preview, sorry, in there. And it's lagging a little bit. But let me start with the announcements before we move into the actual YouTube live feed. One is I got all the orders ready to send. I know that some of the sizes are not available, but I will be ordering more. But whatever else you guys order, I have 36 orders waiting to be sent, and we'll be sending them tomorrow. And if you haven't gotten the stuff, go on thunderrosa.bigcartel.com and order your t-shirts. Two, tomorrow I'll be releasing one of my videos, very special video. Remember when I became a citizen?
Yep.
Yeah, it's when I became a citizen. It's the whole speech. And you guys will get to see some stuff tomorrow. The time it will be posted later. 3, on Saturday, we usually don't do another live feed. Monica will be joining me for a live feed. Send your questions that you have for Monica, send questions for me, and send questions from Brian, because Brian probably is going to be in the background. Other than that, let's see. There was one more thing that I needed to do I needed to give a question, but I don't remember. So let's get started on our live feed. First of all, welcome, Brian. Welcome for coming here.
How come your chat's got all that?
I don't know, but you can read it here. Hey, everybody that is tuning in to the live chat. We had so much fun yesterday with the NWA podcast.
This is
This is the NWA podcast. A shout out to everybody. A shout out to Wrestling Days, which that's the announcement that I needed to have. He's been talking all this smack, and then he's been talking about Holiday, so y'all know he's gonna get it once all this travel ban is over. He is going to get it either from me or from Holiday.
Is Holiday still in England? Or
No, she just came back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's back.
She's not stalking you no more days.
The coronavirus is going to put a ban in your wrestling.
I think they put a bin in everyone.
And everybody's wrestling. What's up, everybody? I just want to say what's up. I'm doing great, everybody. We are doing great. Hey, William Gamble is here.
Hey,
what's up, dude?
Old school.
Old school, brother. Old school. Jeremiah, what's up? Oh, by the way, Jeremiah likes to go to...
Why am I not on the screen?
I don't know. We'll get in. Let's see. Sorry, guys. Ryan wants to be on the screen. No, you are on the screen, but you don't...
No, I'm looking on here. I'm barely looking at it. Okay, whatever.
Yeah. Okay, so we were going to talk about, as a couple, on how has it been for us to be in the wrestling business.
No, the journey.
The journey. So you guys got to see Monica made a really cool thing with all the pictures, and then she put me and Brian in the middle.
I didn't get to see it.
You didn't? Whack.
Oh, you mean just the pictures of you?
Yeah, so thank you very much, Monica. She's our web designer. Yeah, so we've been in the wrestling business for about 6.5 years, right? Together.
No longer than that. Yeah,
and I know a lot of the questions is like, hey, Thunder Rosa, how do you get started? Hey, Thunder Rosa, how do I get started?
Well, yeah, so what we wanted to cover, because she always kind of does generic answers, but we want to kind of go more in depth, and then how it actually started. So I'm going to kind of tell a little stories, and then she can answer some of those stories. But before, and I'd say around 2011, 2012, we started to go to independent wrestling shows. And that's kind of how we got started, because before that, I used to watch Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, and stuff like that, some TNA, and she would never watch it with me.
Never. I thought it was stupid.
Yeah. And then, so then after that, we started going to independent wrestling shows, and one particular, a show called Hood Slam, and how was your experience at Hood Slam going to shows?
Dude, everybody at Hood Slam knew my name. I was the most annoying fan. I used to sit in the corner by the ring, and my favorite part, it was, what was his name? I'm going to say it.
There was a lot of them.
No, the guy that used to carry a dildo.
Oh, Otis the Gimp?
Otis the Gimp. He used to carry a dildo, and he used to give me his dildo for me to save.
Okay, let's keep it clean.
And it was the most amazing experience of life. But continue.
Yeah. And so she used to just annoy a lot of the wrestlers and stuff like that. Then we started going to another promotion called APW, All Pro Wrestling, in Hayward, California. at the garage. They were also on Beyond the Mat. And then that's where we kind of got like started getting really involved in it. And the one day they said they wanted to have a training. You can help with.
Oh yeah. So they say that we went to APW, and then they say that they have a tryout, and he was like, "You should totally do it," and I was like, "Nah, it's kind of whack, I don't know how to roll." And then all of a sudden, I went to the next day. I call in work. Never do that unless that's your dream. I didn't, and that was the best experience ever. I became like obsessed with getting in shape, and at that time, I wish I had the pictures. Like Brian was like 320 pounds, and I was about 140 pounds. So we decided right then and then that we wanted to start exercising, and it was incredible.
So then the journey as far as like her becoming a wrestler was like, I told her like, well, if you're gonna do it, you're gonna be the best. So I started like, this is when I was in shape myself too. So I started to kind of like help train her and stuff like that. And it was like tons and tons of crying.
Come on, man. I never cried. Oh, I remember, guys. One time I was on the bench and he had me doing this bench press, right? And I was just like, I can't do it anymore. He's like, you need to shut up and keep doing it. And I'm like, but I just can't. I can't. And and I literally will cry and I'll just walk out of the gym.
Yeah, so she had like it was like a tryout for the to wrestling. You could win like a scholarship and stuff like that. And I think at that time you got like fourth place. Fifth out of like what, 8 students or something like that. And so that was in like March or something like that, April. And then we said, okay, well, you're not going to be able to take off work to start being a wrestler. So she basically had like until January of that year to get in shape, to actually, before she even would like sign up for the school. So in that meantime, we just started, she dedicated herself to completely changing her lifestyle, changing her fitness level. And we said to ourselves, because we decided as a team that I would support her 100% in this crazy endeavor, that if she was going to try out and try to win the thing, to try to get a scholarship, that we were going to guarantee that she would beat all the guys in the seminar. You remember?
Yes. And today I had an interview, and they asked me like, how do I feel to be in Hell Week? And I'm telling you, like, it was actually not that hard. It was like that was
no,
easy.
It wasn't that hard because you trained harder than
anyone.
They could do anything in the Hell Week. So basically, like every single exercise, I had her in there in the gym doing box jumps like for like hours a day. Literally, like she would train like 3 times a day. And would go to the gym like 3 times a day. This is why I'm working a full-time job.
Yeah.
And, this is before she was even wrestling. But in the meantime, during that point, we used to also, every single weekend, go to independent shows throughout Northern California and help out our ring crew. She was ring girl. She would ring the bell. She would do camera work.
Remember when I was, what's his name's hoe? On the train hoe?
Yeah. Godfather?
The Godfather's hoe.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's never able to keep it clean.
Never.
So basically, like I would actually force her, like, okay, like she would be like tired from the work week, and I'm like, no, we need to go to another show and pay dues. That's all we ever talked about, right? And we would go to every single show, get there early, set up, do ring crew, help out with whatever was going on, and then stay and break down the show, Am I right?
Yes, all the time. So that's like one thing that a lot of people, I feel like, now is not doing enough, and they're always asked like, hey, Thunder Rosa, like,
I don't see that at all anymore, tell you.
What is one thing you can do to like, get your name out there? And I was like, man, we used to drive like 10, 14 hours sometimes just for people to get to know us. Like even before I started wrestling, everybody knew who Thunder Rosa was because we did a lot of work in social media. He did a lot of work on Facebook, and that's what we used to do before YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and it was paying dues. And honestly, some places where we pay dues, I never got booked. Yes, I was salty at the moment, but guess what?
She's still waiting to get booked from him. But
no.
But the good thing is the good thing is you were able to learn from other wrestlers.
Yes,
and like learn one, how to set up a ring, how to put on a show. You saw a lot of bad shows, so you saw a lot of good shows. So it kind of taught us how to like run our own promotion also. And a lot of the road trips that we used to learn from people like Roland Alexander, who passed away. You know, we used to go on road trips with him, like at least once every other week, or going on road trips, just learning and picking his brains. And Donovan Troy, who else?
Oh man, there's so many people.
We had so many other road dogs like with us, with Serena, Joey. Just traveling to these shows and like learning and helping out. Sparky Ballard.
Yeah, so I mean, if you guys are like anytime in the Bay Area, and you know you guys want to see some hard hitting wrestling, definitely hit up Go Rush, APW, all those places, because that's like where we like got started, and like that's one of the reasons why you see me being the way that I am in the ring. Because when they trained me, they didn't train me to be an easy opponent or just like the girl or the popcorn. What do you call it? The popcorn match. You know, it's just like, you know, it's really we have put so much work on this, and I know like he's not in a lot of my pictures all the time, or he's not in a lot of the stuff, but you know he's like definitely one of the persons that, you know, if without him I don't think a lot of the stuff that has happened is happening, because you need a lot of support in this business, and definitely he's been one of the main people that believe in me, even when people didn't want to book me, when people say that I was a shit, when people didn't believe in what I was doing, even when I jump into MMA. Like, what is the first thing I told you? Like, hey, I want to do MMA. What did you say?
He's training hard, you know.
And he's the one who continuously, even now when I'm like, man, I don't want to go to the gym, he's like, if you're gonna do MMA, I don't want you to be sitting down on your ass and just not doing anything. And that's what, you know, especially now, guys, that we're in quarantine. If you're not completely quarantined and you're gonna leave alone, if you have that person that lives with you and supports you, just, you know, be there for them and be supportive. Like, I have Chloe Walters been like sending messages the whole entire time. Chloe Walters is another person that believed in me from the beginning. Like, she came, I remember, to Gold Rush, and she did her party. I think she was like 8 years old or something like that, and she always believed in me. She also always came to support Shotzi or me and stuff like that. She's a wonderful young lady. I love you. I miss you too. And William Gamble is another one. That's why we were like surprised when he was there. Monica, who's now like part of the family, like she was one of the fans and super supportive, travel with us and travel with not with us, but to just support people like me. You can't get to where you want to be if you don't have that kind of support. Yeah. And now being an NWA champion with the support of you guys, we're able to sustain our family and to continue to work for this dream that we have, and this one, which is becoming a better fighter, because that's one of the things that I'm doing a lot more than before. Become the best NWA women's champion in the world that has ever been. He was one of the first person that I called, and I was crying when I called him because I was so proud, and it was just the first time that we felt like we were empowered, right?
Yeah.
And it's hard. It's some hard stuff. I mean, I know I skipped a lot, but then the time that I went to Japan, that was the first time talking about wrestling breaking relationships. If you don't have a strong relationship with your partner, being away, that's what can break it. Like, that was really hard because we were away. And I remember when I told him, I was like, hey, I got a phone call. I'm going to Stardom. Like, what's up? And he was like, yeah, go for it. It's like, this is something that you've been working for. And I was like, oh my God, like, I can't believe that he's going to stay alone. Like, because he was just me and him before we had our son. And it was rough, man. It was no internet, remember? Oh, yeah. It was hard to call him and stuff. So, man, it's rough, man. It's rough. I will be answering questions, guys, after we're done giving our spiel. Like, I promise you, we're gonna go over every single thing, answer everything. But I mean, this is an important.
Yeah, because we never get to tell the story together during these interviews, and it's like I always feel like a lot of important stuff is left out because the struggle that like a lot of independent wrestlers have to go through. And I mean, we just took it above and beyond to like really try to pay our dues and really try to get out there and like make a name for ourselves, like grassroots type. Because we were both in politics, like when we were in school, and so we kind of use that as the platform to like really get ourselves out there and how to like network. And I think that's what a lot of people are lacking nowadays. They do it on social media, but they don't get out there and like really like hustle like people in the past did. When you see them like at every show, even if, for example, the girls at DFW, I used to give them a lot of props because the girls at DFW like Alejandra Lyon, Reza Clark, and Killer Kate. I give them a lot of props because they're the only ones throughout the state that I would see at every show, and they weren't even booked. And they would be in the audience, and they would pay for a ticket sometimes, but they would be doing ring crew beforehand. They would be doing ring crew after the show, and they never had to be asked to do anything. They would always do those things. So when you see wrestlers like that, those are the ones that you should really go out and support. If you don't know who they are, look them up. Those girls are like, they're still like within 2-3 years of wrestling right now. Most of them like 2 years.
2-3 years, yeah.
Yeah, but they've been hustling and grinding. Those are the kind. They're not just sticking with their own promotion and like trying to let me get booked, but they're out there hustling every single day, out there hustling to try to get booked and try to not even try to get booked because they never really asked. They would just go out there and pay their dues. I got to give props to DFW All Pro because they teach their students well. In that aspect is like put your name out there, go out there, pay your dues and things like that.
Yeah, and I was really blessed that was ingrained in me, and I hated it. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I hated it. I would have rather spend my Saturday on my ass on the couch, and like just watching Netflix or doing anything. And he was the one who was just like, Rookie Jane. Shout out to Rookie Jane too. Because she always pays you too.
Oh.
Yeah. But he was the one who. That's how I got my first match. It was because I remember my back was effed up, and I love how Drago looks at me like that. And then I didn't want to go, and then he was like, "No, you're going. You're gonna get in the car, and stop complaining and stop fucking crying." And that's exactly what he said. Stop fucking crying. Get in the car. We're gonna go to Oroville, which was like 5 hours away. And I was like, man, but I'm not even gonna do nothing, I was like, yeah, you have. We used to have training before the shows, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna go. And I remember first thing when I got there, they were like, hey, can you wrestle? And I was like training for like 8-9 months.
Yeah.
And they gave me my first match, and
she asked her coach first. Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, I'm sorry. Just like looking at the stuff. Somebody, before we continue, says the story of YouTube. Rob M says it's cool to listen. Yeah, I asked a question. I'm paying attention, loving this. But my Sherpa days, church days, it's on me. You guys are goals. She's the base because Duars want to support her. Any chance at Last of Us gaming playthrough?
What?
What do you think about Wrestling Days?
I love him, man. He's good. He's like really like passionate about what he watches, and that makes it exciting to watch, Like I don't even watch some of the stuff that he's actually watching, but I just watch him talking about it. Because I don't personally watch WWE anymore, but sometimes I find myself listening to Dace's podcast.
Oh my God! Talking about he doesn't watch wrestling. When I first watched wrestling with him, he had a Stone Cold Steve Austin DVD, and he's like, "You gotta watch this," and I'm like, "Why do I have to watch this? I'm on the DVD." And then we put the DVD on, and indeed he was 20 years younger in there, like the big ass smile. When who was in there? Terry Funk and Stone Cold, man. And I was like, "Oh, this is cool." And then I started meeting all his heroes, and he was just like, "I hate you." Yeah. I remember when I met Stone Cold Steve Austin, I was like so nervous to say hi. That was the only time I met him. It was in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like all like I said, going back to like, I I mean, his obsession with your wife.
Hmm?
Somebody's like, somebody has an obsession with me. Yeah, all the sacrifices I paid off, like the Japan. Then right after that, I went to Mexico, so I was more time without being with him. And then I got signed for Lucha Underground, so that meant a lot of weekends I was not home.
Yeah, and these were the first times that like I was actually, because before we'd go to all these shows
Everything together.
I got support, you know, do ring crew with her. And this is before she was really even getting booked. But then once she started getting booked at, you know, these shows where you're getting paid 50, 60 bucks an hour, that it was like, you know, we were doing the drive together, and then sometimes we'd bring a group of people with us, and they would bring people too. So not only were we bringing like her and me, but we were bringing an army to help all the time. And I think that's what kind of stood out, because the promoters knew that like we would come and we would actually help. Also.
Entourage, man,
Yeah.
entourage. We always had an entourage. We had like 4 people. It was like Serena, Joey, who's like wrestling now in Northern California.
A lot of people.
A lot of people, and
Myra.
yeah, it was a bunch of people, man, and you know everybody was involved, and you
Francis.
know everybody got to love wrestling in one way or another. And I said, "Give me a hell yeah!" Everyone was like, "Hell yeah!" That's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah, but that day really paid off, because when she showed up to the PCW and was able to get that match, that kind of like started everything. We weren't even prepared for it to start until like January or February.
Oh my god.
But it started like in October, right?
October, yeah. You guys, I'm gonna post this picture, and there is a fan from Oroville that he still has his profile picture with my first picture of my first match.
Yeah.
And he always says hi. He's an older gentleman that he lives in Oroville. So that's what I'm saying. Like all these people throughout these years, they continue to like send me messages and continue to see how I'm doing and stuff. So for me, that's like also part of the journey. Like you guys are part of my journey. You guys are part of our journey. You know.
Yeah, and like we remember people from all the way from when it started, and when we see them, you know, get excited.
Shout out to Wrestling Days. This guy, Wrestling Days fan. What's up?
So do y'all have any questions about this journey? Like, you know, this is kind of like pre-starting.
Pre-starting. William Hintz has a question for you.
Uh-huh.
What kind of soap does Brian uses?
What kind of soap?
Yeah, because I use minty soap.
He
He doesn't use it. He uses Caress, or I usually get him some like manly soap.
Yeah, like some.
What do you think of Rosemary?
I think she's a wrestler. You know,
Oh,
she's done a lot of stuff.
All right.
I don't really watch the show that she's on, so I don't know.
I don't think there's gonna be a Thunder Rosa versus Nick Aldis, guys. Just FYI. Yes, I always keep you updated on my gym progress too. Yes, you're doing great. I'm really glad. And again, I'm really sorry for your loss. Yeah, I'm really sorry for your loss, man. What happened? They sent you matches on your Twitter. Who's sending me matches on my Twitter?
Oh, maybe your favorite matches.
Oh, I already did. I already responded, guys. I said Mercedes Martinez versus Thunder Rosa for title matches. Widely available. It has almost.
That was your favorite?
It was really fun. It was like one of the longest matches. There, I saw pictures.
Yeah, because y'all were dancing at the fucking beginning. Thank God. Okay, this is just me personally.
Oh my God.
But thank God that the NWA doesn't have her dance, because I hated that from the beginning.
I miss dancing.
She used to love doing it for the fans and stuff like that, but I always hated it. And then when she'd stop in the middle of the match and start dancing, I hated it.
Why?
Because it was like totally against what you were taught in your school.
Thunder Rosa versus Melina soon. What happened? Somebody said something happened.
What happened? What?
With YouTube 1, Thunder Rosa 0. I don't know what happened. What happened? They send you matches online. Keep in mind, everyone's online right now. Reboot. Oh, I guess something happened with I guess we're having some technical difficulties, but I don't see it.
Oh yeah, it's like.
All right, it's lagging. That's why. Sorry about that, guys.
You never do these right.
What?
I
No,
think
it's
you might be recording.
no, it's still streaming, but let's change some stuff. I'm good. I'm good, guys. We're good. Yeah,
Okay.
we're good. All right. Again, sorry. I was like, the viewership dropped to 17. I'm like, what is going on? Tamales? Okay, tamales, Brian. Chicken or pork?
Pork.
Chicken. What happened? Keep in mind, Everest Online reboot. This is lagging. Sorry about that, guys.
What drives you to be in place to support and drive Thunder Rosa? Well, I mean, I'm her husband, so
You better drive
it's
me.
just natural that
It's the only thing
I've
you
never been one of these husbands that are like, no, you can't do that, or jealous of people like supporting my wife. You know, like I think that's ridiculous. Like you gotta, I don't know, if you want to date a female wrestler and you're a guy, it's gonna be hard. You know, 'cause you have to put up with a lot of BS.
Oh, yes, he does.
But I mean, that's just part of the game, you know. So, but whoever you're with, you should always support them 100% in what they're doing, you know, whether you think it's crazy or not. If that's what they want to do, you should do it.
What's
Okay,
love?
getting uncomfortable now.
Have to do it. Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
No, you're singing. That's gonna get us booted off.
Let's see. When do I think I'm going back to Bay Area? Most likely.
I don't think anyone knows what's going on, so I don't know about going back anywhere.
Well,
right
I'm gonna
now.
go visit you, girl. You know, we're gonna go and make cookies.
Oh, but right now it seems like everything is on hold.
Everything is on hold, guys. Everything.
Someone asked, "Did you ever wrestle Joey Ryan?"
You know, I didn't get to wrestle Joey Ryan.
You were his tag
I
partner,
tagged
right?
with him, yes,
Yeah.
but I never got to wrestle with Joey Ryan. Lord.
Best Mexican food, California or Texas? I personally like Texas. You?
I miss.
Well, the Texas Mexican food is not really Texas.
No, it's
It's
different.
Tex-Mex, so they use a lot more sauces and stuff.
Oh, I thought you said sausage.
I'll tell you.
Somebody asked about my relationship or our relationship with Holiday. Let's talk about Holiday in this.
Holiday?
Holiday.
Uh-huh.
So Holiday came into our lives when she was in Japan, and Brian used to text her, acting like he was Thunder Rosa.
Mm. Did I?
Yes, you did.
It's probably because I wanted to book her or something.
Yeah, you wanted to book her, and then she went to Japan. I'm gonna move this because he's not on the picture. So I met with her in LA, and then we just become friends right away. And
Yeah, it was at a Stardom USA show, right? Or
yeah,
something?
no, yes,
That's the first time we saw her, right?
that's the
Oh
first-
yeah, no. This was before Japan that I met her, because I remember.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll give a little cake for it. That I said, "Oh, so you're going to Japan?" I said, "Just be careful, because Rossi's a fucking bigot."
And with that, we end our. I can't believe you said that on YouTube.
Okay, go ahead.
We became really good friends, and Rusty, I don't know if I'm gonna wrestle Linda. I don't even think she's wrestling. She's like 70 years old. You know, she became a really good friend. We became really close, and then we started wrestling each other all the time. And the stupid thing's lagging a lot. We became really, really good friends, and then all of a sudden one day I'm like, maybe you should move in with us. So she moved in with us in the Bay Area, and we lived together. We're a happy family. You know, she was my wife. I like that.
Yeah, but now Holiday has been with us for what, 3 or 4 years?
No, it's been more than that.
5?
5.
Yeah, and it's had its up and down, but it's like, you know, she's still family.
Yeah, she is. I love her. You know, we moved here to Texas. Now she's in Ohio, and she's doing her thing, man. She works really hard, and I hope you guys go to her Facebook or Instagram, support her. Just like everybody else in the wrestling business, she got hit really hard with all the cancellations because of what currently we're going through. Buy her merchandise, you know. She has a lot of cool stuff right now. She has like really sexy pictures for the thirst trap, you know. Go and check it out, you know.
Yeah.
I love her. She's a great person, and she's like my sister. She was there on my fight, and she like took care of me when I was like struggling after the fight, my MMA fight, you
Yeah.
know. So it just feels really nice to have people like that in your life. Before I continue with this, if you and Holiday, friendship goals, people are laughing, mambo or cumbia music, Brian?
I don't know what it is.
Cumbia! Is there still a lot of BS in wrestling when it comes down to be a woman wrestler, such as them not taking you serious?
I don't know.
I don't think so. No, not anymore. I don't get it. I don't get it anymore.
No, you don't get that as a lot anymore because most of the women get booked more than the guys. You know, the guys are the ones struggling to get bookings because there's like so many guys. So it's like, and it seems like there's more than usually like one women's match on a card nowadays. Huh?
Well, you know, that's
Sometimes
going to the story of us trying to push women's wrestling and intergender wrestling. We created Sabotage Wrestling a couple years ago in California, and that was one of the most successful shows that a lot of the girls we never take credit, but it was like we were able to open doors for them to network with people by creating that show, and they invested in themselves by coming to California.
Yeah, and a lot of them got solved by that other company.
Yeah, so we're really happy that we were able to help, and we brought intergender wrestling to all the state of California multiple times. It was a lot of fun. Our first intergender show in San Diego, we was sold out. All the people had a lot of fun. You can go on our on our Facebook and see all the pictures. They're great. We had great memories. We were like a family. We drove to Texas with a car, and I got a ticket after driving 90 miles per hour. Everybody got pulled over.
I think except for Shotzi who was driving like 130.
Yeah, and I was the only one who got a ticket, y'all. You know, it's we had so much fun, and we really believe in the project, and we really believe in what we're doing because we wanted to have more women in the card, you know. And you guys can also see it on my YouTube page. There's a little documentary about our show, our intergender show, where Mia Khalifa came, and yes, Mia Khalifa was at our show, and that was a really cool experience. So
any questions?
Let me read the questions. Let's see. Will you come to Seattle one day?
Been there, right?
I've been once, but I didn't wrestle. Okay, I still think you're the best, most awesome women wrestler ever. Don't tell Holly that I said that. Rusty, I'm about to screenshot that and leave that. I have a crush on Holiday. Y'all had a big glow up compared to last year. I'm swole as fuck now. What? Okay. Support Holiday and Thunder Rosa. I watch all her stuff too. Popeye chicken sandwich versus donut chicken from KFC. I never tried any of them.
Yeah, I don't think I would try a donut chicken sandwich. That doesn't even sound good.
All right, Holiday is an awesome woman from the few times I interacted with her. Sorry, that's
someone
slow.
asked who would be your dream MMA opponent.
Well, let's talk about price and then I'll tell you. But definitely Angela Lee. I love Angela Lee. Has Brian ever had separated Thunder Rosa from fighting anyone?
No, but I think you had to separate me from fighting.
Yeah, I have separated him. He dislocated his finger actually.
No, remember the one guy who was yelling at you when we were doing ring crew? He was like cursing at
Oh
you?
my God! That's a one time only, and I felt like he was gonna kill somebody. Are you guys fans of the singer Michael Salgado?
Who?
I don't think I ever heard of him.
Yeah.
I wish I could gone to a show, my friend. Thunder Rosa versus Sonya Seville, WrestleMania. Thank you for answering my question. Very good to hear from someone close to the action.
Oh, TurboCast. Give a shout out to TurboCast because you always give me a
TurboCast!
shout out.
Drug was like. What was it to work in Green Toy Show? It was a lot of fun. It's always fun. People still talk about it. That's one of, like, I will say, the most bigger things I've done because everybody knows I did it, or at least people that are fans of
something
them.
that was considered like backyard, but yet you got more publicity from that than pretty much the second to the NWA. You got more publicity from GTS than you did from working Lucha Underground for 3 years.
Yes. So again, my resolution. We're having problems with the resolution. I don't know what's going on, and I know a lot of people are telling me that, and I apologize. This is cutting. CC is
No.
cutting off. I guess we're gonna answer a couple more questions together, and because we're having so many technical difficulties, we're probably gonna.
So
have to
you
take
finally
it short.
get me on the podcast in person, and then it
Well, we
starts
can
like
do
that.
another one. We can be like, you know,
Pitbull or Daddy Yankee.
Daddy Yankee, yo. Daddy Yankee, yo.
What kind of music or which musical artist do you train to?
What was that?
She never listens. What kind of music or which musical artist do you train to?
Ooh, well, I have. This is going. I'm gonna show you what I drink. So I listen to. I Need a Hero.
Can you hear?
I need a hero.
Oh,
I put this repeat rewind thing that I have from Spotify, and it has a bunch of music that I like. The Final Countdown, Living on a Prayer, It's Raining Men. I love that song. Blues Clues. What is the other one? I listen to it a lot. There's like a lot of songs in there. Highway to Hell, Let's Groove. Yeah.
someone says, have you ever faced the Dark Angel, Sarah Stotts?
No, that's my dream match ever.
Yeah. On July 2nd, Rosa will move into number 17 of the all-time longest reigning NWA World Women's Champion, passing Madison 160-day reign. Well, with all this going on, you might end up getting up to the top 5.
Yes. Brian's magnetic personality is messing up with the camera feed. Someone said that. We never had that many problems with our feed. I'm so sorry.
What kind of soap does Brian use? Days needs to know.
Dace, where is the question?
What kind of soap does Brian use?
Dace, you better send him some really good, manly, smelly soap that is organic. Okay? Whatever you want, we're here. But I'm still beating your ass. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Who's Skillet?
Skillet? I don't know.
You have to get TikTok.
I don't like TikTok.
My go-to Dragula, Rob Zombie, Hillbilly Deluxe. That's more like me. I listen to a lot of Rob
Yeah.
Zombie. Thunder versus Melina too. How did you think of your first match?
She walked away. She had a little chicken shit.
Yeah.
Drago's face is hilarious.
Thunder Rosa has so much energy, it's affecting the broadcast.
I always have so much energy.
Did you see Allison's response to my tweet about you?
Oh, about me being 115 and she can like drag me all over the place? Bitch, please. She wishes she would.
Alicia Landis. Hello, Thunder Rosa and Brian.
Brian is a jinx on the live feed because you can't see it. It's cutting off really bad.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna. So should we cut off? You going that bad?
We're gonna cut off. We're gonna get back right away. I'm gonna end the stream and then fix it, or I can maybe I can fix the resolution while we're here. Let's do that. Settings, video, whack ass video. I guess I can't send the resolution. No, I can't. I have to like get out. So with that said,
Brian versus Jordan Grace.
what is going on? I'm gonna end it up when you watch Titanic. Did you make you feel like you were the king of the world?
Me or you?
I don't know.
Well, you wouldn't be the king of the world. You're the queen of the world.
I know. All right, so we're gonna end the stream, get back on it, and stay here. We'll do it really quick.
Okay.